Hello guys and welcome back to another FPL video. My name is FPL Meerkat and today I've got my Game Week 6 review and my Game Week 7 team selection for you guys. So let's get straight into it. So here is my Game Week 6 team. A score of 39 points overall. Not exactly the best game week, quite considerably below the average. It was a pretty bad week for most of us, I reckon. I think if you got a score above 50 points, it was a pretty good game week for you. Yeah, pretty much as you can see there from the player highlights, every single player blanking apart from Haaland. Nico Williams getting a return, but only 4 points, not too good. Yeah, Haaland was the only saving grace from this team. So yeah, just going player by player. Raya conceded again. I'm potentially looking at moving on to Pope in game week 8. I think I'll keep him for this week. I don't think it's worth taking a hit to get rid of my goalkeeper this week. Spoiler alert, I will probably be taking a hit this week. I've got my transfers in mind, so I'll go over that later in the video. But yeah, happy to keep Raya. He's still getting clean sheet. He's still getting save points, but yeah, kind of wish he had a few more clean sheets in him. Trent, he came off at 59 minutes. So annoying for us owners, and a little worrying to be honest. If he's going to get his minutes managed like that, similar to how Robertson has been getting his minutes managed. I hope he gets a clean sheet against Wolves. Liverpool finally kept a clean sheet against Everton, but he didn't get the points for it. Really annoying. He was also on for some bonus as well. I think he could have come away with an 8-pointer there. I think Pickford definitely would have got the full bonus. But yeah, slightly annoying there. I'm definitely going to give him the Wolves game though. Wolves don't really seem to have a lot of attacking threat in them. Quite ironic because their name is Wolves. So I'm hopeful of a clean sheet there. I'll keep him for this game, certainly. But yeah, not too happy with Trent this week. Cancelo, City conceded again, but again, low expected goals conceded again for City. Still fairly attacking, and he will keep the clean sheets, and he's pretty nailed in that City side, so I'm okay keeping Cancelo. I think he's definitely a good potential for points. Walker, however, is an injury concern. He's been left out of City's squad tonight for the Champions League, so I think he might be rested for the weekend game. I will probably leave him on my bench for this week. I don't think I'll be transferring him out as there are other players I'd like to get in. But yeah, he will be someone I'll be looking to move on. I'm not really happy about owning a double up for any defence right now. Just not a lot of clean sheets being kept. I know everyone was saying big at the back was going to be it this year. I didn't believe it, and yeah, it definitely doesn't look like it at the moment. There's a lot of defenders with attacking potential. But for clean sheet points, which is the main reason you want defenders, there's not a lot of clean sheets being kept. There never really is. So yeah, I will probably be looking to move on Walker. Nico Williams, happy that he in his one start for the team that he's got an attacking return in it. Quite nice. A shot that was handballed, giving a penalty away. So I'm happy with his 4 million. Despite with his 4 points, despite the fact because he's 4 million, low value, high value, sorry, because of his low price. Happy he got the 4 points. Again, outscoring most of my team and outscoring the whole bench, which is the important part, which is why I played him. But yeah, moving on to the midfield, Salah, glad I didn't captain him. I was very 50-50 on the deadline whether I was going to captain Salah or not. He's definitely not justifying his price. I will give him this Wolves game. Hopefully he can bounce back, but I'm going to probably steer clear of captaining him this week. There are just better options, I think, for captaincy, even though we know how good he can be and how his potential to haul. He's not really scoring. The goals he has the goals he's scored aren't exactly, they're not out-and-out chances that he's put away. They are fortunate events that he's capitalised on. So yeah, I'm really not hopeful about Salah going into the future. I might look to sell him and free up funds to move them elsewhere, but I honestly don't know who that'll be at the moment, so I think I'll keep Salah for the foreseeable future. Diaz, though, however, is highly likely to be leaving the team this week. Just not happy with the amount of attacking threat he's putting up. I'm not happy about owning 3 Liverpool players, and he is the most likely that I'd get rid of from Liverpool. They're just not putting up very good stats. They do not look themselves at all. And I think now with Nunez and Jota coming back into the team, that Diaz is very much a rotation threat now. I think Salah will continue to start, but yeah, I'm just not confident about having Diaz anymore. He will probably be leaving my team this week, even with a good fixture against Wolves. Martinelli, he was unlucky to have a goal ruled out. He blanked, but on another day he could have hauled if that goal had stood, if VAR hadn't ruled it out. Very controversial decision, but it was given, and he still looked really good. He's got a great fixture against Everton coming up. So yeah, I'm confident about having him in the team still. He's just such good value for 6.5 million. He's definitely the best in that price point. So yeah, happy to keep him in the team. Harrison had a terrible game week. He was hooked at 45 minutes, apparently due to fatigue. He's very lucky he's got a great fixture coming up against Nottingham Forest, because I've not been happy with his performances recently. He has not looked the same when Rodrigo's not been on the pitch. His set pieces have been really poor. He's not looking great. Even so he's only really in the team because Leeds have good fixtures. I would be looking to move him on if they didn't. So yeah, I'm just hopeful he can get a return against Nottingham Forest and restore my faith in him. But moving on to the forwards, Haaland, nothing really to say on him. Everyone knows how incredible he is. He's probably a perma captain at this point. He's an amazing asset. Keep scoring. He's predicted to score again against Tottenham. He'll probably be my captain. It was nice to finally have Haaland as a captain this week and see him score and feel good about it and not feel like I'm losing rank because of it. I think if you're worried about that kind of stuff, just captain Haaland each week. Don't even worry about it and try to look at differentials elsewhere rather than thinking about the captaincy too much. Yeah, he is an excellent asset. And Jesus, he's putting up great stats, but he's just not getting the returns at the moment. I could be looking to move him on in game week 9. As I don't have a wild card, I'm thinking of my transfers in advance quite a bit, and I might swap into Mitrovic when Arsenal's fixtures swing for the worse and Fulham's fixtures get a lot better. Although Mitrovic is proving he can score against anyone, I think in those better fixtures for Fulham, I think he could be on for some hauls. And yeah, Jesus just isn't quite getting the returns for me, and he's so highly owned that I think it would be nice to break away from him. I know he got that haul one week, but I think we're all a little bit scared of moving off of him because of that. So yeah, I might be looking to move him on as well. Talking about my transfer this week, I moved Zinchenko to Dalot, who I hadn't really talked about that much, but I just really like the look of his attacking threat. And yeah, Man United's defence look absolutely solid, and I think I'd like to own one of their backline, which is probably the first time ever that I've played FPL that I wanted to own a Man United defender. I made the specific switch before the deadline, before the deadline on Friday evening, to avoid price rises. Dalot didn't even end up going in price anyway, but it was to free up the exact amount of money to go from Diaz to Sterling if we got early team news about Diaz not starting for Liverpool. We did get early team news, but Diaz was starting, so I didn't make the transfer, and I'm quite glad I didn't because Sterling blanked anyway, and I would have had no money in the bank to do transfers this week. I would have liked having 2 free transfers, but I quite like having Dalot in the team anyway, so I think it's fine from this point on. Not a very good score this game week, but I'm very optimistic about this coming game week. So let's get into how my team looks. So this is how the team currently looks for game week 7. 99.9 million squad value, 1.9 million in the bank. I've got quite a lot of flexibility this week, which I do like the look of. Currently at a 4-4-2 formation. That will probably be changing come the deadline. I haven't made any transfers yet. I'll definitely be waiting until the midweek games have happened to make any moves. I'm not too worried about price rises or falls because I've got quite a bit of money in the bank, quite a lot of value. I'd rather not take the risk this week and just wait as long as possible to make my moves. This is the first time I think this season we've had a ton of different options to choose from. There are so many different picks, especially in attack and midfield. In attack, we've got the likes of Isaac now at Newcastle. We've got Mitrovic. We've got Tony, who you might have seen in my previous videos I took out quite recently. It was very painful to see him haul this week. There are so many different options we can go for now that I think this is definitely a good time to break away from quite a few of the template picks. like your Jesus, maybe even your Salah, like your Trent, Cancelo, if you don't think their returns are coming. I think there's some good options now that they've blanked a few times. But yeah, it's Walker, like I mentioned before, will be on the bench this week. He won't be in the starting lineup now that I know he's injured. We'll have to see for team news from Pep if he is available. But yeah, I think he will be on the bench this week. I don't like having double City defence for that Spurs game. I think Son can create a nightmare there. I know he's been off of form, but Son loves a game against City. So if I was to bet any game that Son gets his form back, it will be against City, as long as he starts. But yeah, I do really want to try and break away from the template now. I know that everyone is ideally wildcarding in game week 8, I believe, when the international break happens. But honestly, I don't mind the look of a wild card this week to go early and potentially capitalise on some of the hauls before they happen. I really like having Dallo in the side as well. Brings in a different element to the team. I think Man United's defence looks great. I've got a couple differentials now, looking to bring in a couple more as well this week. So yeah, let's get into my transfer plans. So here is how the team could potentially line up for game week 7. I do really like the look of this team. The switches being Diaz and Stansfield to Trossard and Toney. This would be for a hit, but I do really like the look of the team that I've got. It means that I can bench Walker, bringing in 2 assets for essentially 1 with the money that I've got in the bank and freeing up funds through Diaz. I really like the look of Trossard at the moment. I definitely want a Brighton midfielder for that game against Bournemouth. Bournemouth are at their lowest. I mean, they did an excellent comeback against Nottingham Forest, but I think Nottingham Forest really made it too easy for them. And I think Brighton are such excellent form right now. I definitely want a midfielder from Brighton for that game. Trossard has impressed me the most. He's a nice differential, I think, from Gross. He's put up great attacking stats in the last couple of games. He played at left wing back last week, but he's so attacking. He's basically a winger. He sometimes comes back and defends as well, which is why he's great for bonus as well, despite having that attacking threat. I've always loved Trossard as a player. He's never quite been a good FPL asset, so I think now is the time he will be, and I'd like to have him in the team. I think that Bournemouth fixture is looking good. I've even considered potentially captaining him for that. I think I'll probably have the vice captaincy on him anyway. Let me know what you guys think about that. If Haaland ends up being out, I think Trossard might be my captain. Might be quite a spicy pick this week. And then bringing in Toney, who I obviously recently just got rid of, but getting him back in, I don't know why I moved him on. I don't know why I was so confident about getting in Harrison. I just thought Leeds would play better in that Everton game. And their fixtures look great, but yeah, I think I'd go back to Toney. I have liked the look of Mitrovic, but I think I will be getting him in as well for Jesus. It's basically between Toney and Mitrovic for 2 weeks. I think Toney will do better, and I've definitely been inspired by his performance in the last game. He was absolutely excellent this game week. So yeah, I really like the look of this team. There's some good differential picks, I think, while still keeping some of the template picks. I know a -4 will cause quite a big rank drop, but I think I can make it up in this game week. I'm looking to go on a bit of the offensive, not going too ridiculous. I think taking a -8 is a bit too much. I do like the look of bringing in Pope or Trippier this soon, but not this week, because if I do a hit to bring in a defender, such as, you know, getting rid of Walker, I'm basically taking a -4 to hope that the clean sheet doesn't stand for the defender I'm taking out, and that the defender I'm bringing in gets a clean sheet, which is a +4 anyway. So I'm basically taking a -4 to not gain anything. So yeah, it just seems too risky taking a hit for a defender like that. So this is probably how my team will line up. I will wait until the midweek games to do the transfers. But yeah, let's have a look at which team I've highlighted in my mini league this week. So here we have AC Me Rollin, Kevin Hoffman's team, getting a score of 54 this week. Not really that great of a week. He wasn't actually the highest scorer in the league. There were a couple higher scores than him this week. However, a few of them took quite a lot of hits, lowering their score for the week. And also, I really just wanted to highlight the fact that he transferred in Marcus Rashford this week. What an amazing differential pick that was for you. getting 2 goals and an assist. He looks excellent in that Man United team. He's certainly on my radar. I'm considering actually making a video this week looking at almost a watch list sort of video, or potentially looking at fixtures for teams. Let me know if you guys would like to see that video this week. Just getting some different content out there rather than just the team selection and game week review videos. But yeah, he did make 2 transfers. He got rid of Tony this week, but he brought in Mitrovic. He still made a positive 6 points on his transfers. He didn't take a hit. He had 2 free transfers in the bank. But yeah, I really liked the score from this team. Trippier on the bench, obviously a bit painful. Could have been an even better game week. Could have been in the 70s if he'd kept Tony and started Trippier. I think he probably took out Tony to fund the move to get Rashford. He took out Rodrigo. Actually, no, they're quite similar prices. No, that was a little bit of a mess up. But, I mean, yeah, unfortunate there. But still making up so many points by going for that Rashford differential. I really look at this team. Even benched Ramsdale for that fixture that he was potentially injured against Man United. But yeah, really solid score for you there, Kevin. So that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel for more weekly content. It really helps me grow, puts a nice smile on my face. I'm hoping to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the year. Really help get my content out there for you guys. Yeah, just really enjoying making the content at the moment. Really looking forward to this coming game week. Get down in the comments your risks that you're thinking about taking, which differentials you're looking at going for. I'm someone who loves taking a risk, so please get them down there, and I will certainly encourage you to take those risks. Yeah, but good luck to you all in the coming game week, and I'll see you all in the next FPL video.